Welcome to a special edition of the Hammer with Heimball, or what the man makes me call the BIAW Bulletin. I wore my most subtle suit for this episode. Last night, after a glass or two of a nice Washington Red and catching up on the college basketball conference tournaments, I tucked myself into bed and fell into a fitful sleep. I woke up in a terror and a cold sweat. This is what I dreamed.
Hi, afternoon. I'm Steve.
I'm Red.
Right, nice to meet you. So I'm a builder here in the area, and I got a set of plans here I want to get a permit for. I want to build a nice little affordable house.
Great. See your plans.
Yep.
Well, that's great. I always carry my checklist with me. Happy to help you.
That's awesome.
In the most obtuse way possible.
Okay.
Yeah, well, we're going to get there. So I've got my paperwork, like I said. Let's just go through, make sure you're doing your part in building the house.
Again, want to build a nice, affordable little house. Right?
You know, you bet. Safety's important. You know that.
Of course I do.
Safety first. That's what we're always doing. So now you have to demonstrate a few things about your house, what it needs to do. Okay?
Sure.
Let me go through,
Okay.
through the to-do list here with
All right.
you. It saves energy.
Not a big list, is it?
It's not too bad.
Okay.
Recover the salmon population. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Reduce overall worldwide gas emissions. Save the orcas, right?
I'm sorry.
Well, save the orcas. Only have materials produced by labor unions.
Only?
Provide that
Only?
all workers, yes. And not just those building the house. Like what I mean is all workers, whether they are yours or not. Get
But
paid.
I pay the subcontractor.
Well,
Sorry.
if
I pay
the
my work.
subcontractor goes under, then they still need to get paid, those workers. So that means you got to pay.
I got to pay them twice.
You're right. That's great. Ensure that no one will ever get injured. Back to safety again.
Ever? Accidents?
Ever. We don't. Accidents shouldn't happen.
Okay.
So,
all right.
But I have a few more on the list. You want to go through them?
Yeah, sure.
Keep
Yeah.
moving through.
Do I need a
it's
pencil?
It's not that big of a list.
I think
Look at that.
I think I'm going to need a pencil.
Yeah, well, let's go through the rest
Okay,
of the list, because
all right.
I can go through it a second time. Look, just I'm used to flipping this over. How about complying with the underlying land use regulations, even though we don't know what those are and may not for about 20 years?
If I don't know what they are, how do I comply?
You should comply. How about paying school impact fees, park impact fees, traffic impact fees, fire impact fees, even more?
I'm trying to build
statewide transportation investments.
I'm trying to build an
like
affordable
I-90.
house here.
I understand. That's why you're going to pay for affordable housing unit for somebody, because housing causes homelessness.
I'm sorry, what?
Housing causes homelessness. How about trial lawyers pay for them whatever they need?
No,
when they need it?
no.
Nigerian crime ring.
I'm sorry, what?
serious. You get the email. Make up for all the wrongs ever done to anyone at any time in history.
No.
You got it covered?
No.
Fund and find a cure for COVID-19. Ensure policymakers can sleep well at night.
I'm not going to sleep well
with a host
tonight.
of virtue signaling. Virtue. That's what I mean.
Okay.
Signaling, regulatory schemes. They all voted in.
So how am I supposed to build an affordable house?
Well, you gotta make sure it's safe for starters, and there's still more. We got to keep moving down the list.
So I'm supposed to build an affordable house. I can't build an affordable house.
I know, we still have a good list. The 2021 legislature, though, has done everything in its power to make housing more affordable by making it so expensive.
I'm sorry. How am I supposed to? That's not possible.
Well, how about we take a look at the plans and start to figure it out?
Okay.
Okay?
Right, okay. All right.
I like
don't
that.
know. I'm not.
No, you got a shot here. You really do.
Okay. I don't.
Sadly, that nightmare is not far from the truth. That's why we're connecting construction to the Capitol through virtual Hill Days on March 15th, 16th, and 17th. Here are some tips for how to communicate with legislators. Be prepared. Take a look through the talking points before you go into the meeting and pick one or two you're comfortable speaking to. Be visual. Use appropriate virtual meeting etiquette. Mute and unmute, and try to be on camera. Legislators want to see your beautiful face. Be brief. Tell your story, but not your whole life story. Relevant and pertinent information is critical here. Be a builder. You're here to talk about builder issues and housing issues. Now is not the time to share your personal political perspective. You can and should do that in another meeting. Be bold. Don't be shy about talking about the issues and the impact they have on your business. Also, be polite. Try not to be rude. And then be gone, but not before you ask for something. Will he or she support or oppose the issues you talked about? With those tips, you'll be able to have good, successful meetings. Don't forget to share with legislators that Washington's new home median price is $522,000. That means that 72% of Washington residents are already priced out of the new home market. And for every additional $1,000 in costs to that new home, It prices 2,500 Washington households out of the market. Washington families deserve better. Thank you for watching this special extended edition of the Hammer with Heimbaugh. Home start here. Heimbaugh out.